Good evening, Thunder fans, and welcome to St. James Academy, where the St. James Academy Thunder will be taking on the Shawnee Mission South Raiders, who are the #1 ranked team in Kansas. The Thunder are coming into this game with a 2-game losing streak. Mary Claire, how can they snap that streak tonight?
Yeah, so they just came off a loss, 7-point loss to Junction City, and they didn't play as well as they definitely wanted to, getting out rebounding, getting out physical in the paint. They're going to have to play physical basketball in the paint because we have a trifecta of players on Shawnee Mission South. They are physical players, and we got to make sure we stay straight up on them so we don't get any easy fouls.
Exactly, and Mary Claire just interviewed Coach Dom. Take a listen.
Coach, your team is coming off a 7-point loss to Junction City, snapping a 2-game winning streak. How do you plan to rebound and get back in the win column against a highly ranked Shawnee Mission South team?
Just changing some of our habits. We didn't have the right energy level, self-admitted from our guys. It was kind of our first true road game. They didn't handle that well, so it's something we're going to catalog and hopefully use as an experience thrusting us forward.
There's a trifecta of players on this Shawnee Mission South team: Kerrigan, DeBon, and Allen. Allen coming off a 29-point performance just last night. He knocked down 9 threes. How can you contain them?
Well, they're a really great team because they have kind of everything. They have a big, they have size, they have great guard play. We just got to be so great in all of our coverages to be able to. And then when they do miss a shot, they rebound it like crazy. So they're one of the more efficient offensive teams I've seen since I've been up here.
Thank you, Coach. Be great tonight.
Thank you.
Josh.
And we welcome you back. And Mary Claire, again, we mentioned how good this Shawnee Mission South team is. What are going to be some keys for them as they take on the Thunder tonight?
Shawnee Mission South is the top team in the state, 10-0 on the season, all because of Ben Allen, Connor Kerrigan. They are big-time players that play for this Raiders squad. Ben Allen coming off a 29-point performance, season high for him, knocking down 9 3-pointers in their win just yesterday. So we're going to have to play clean basketball, just straight up the whole entire time. Brady Ogden for the Thunder, 3 20-point games this season. If we can score the basketball and get stops, that would be huge.
I completely agree. A good one coming up next on TBN. Good evening, Thunder Nation, and welcome back to 24505 Prairie Star Parkway, Lenexa, Kansas, home of the St. James Academy Thunder. Into town come the 6A 1 seed Shawnee Mission South Raiders, looking to add to their win column and deal the Thunder their 3rd consecutive loss. I'm Josh Middleton, alongside me, Mary Claire Zacharias, and what we think will be a good one coming up. Mary Claire, this is going to be nothing short of an extremely competitive matchup. What can the Thunder do to keep up with a team like Shawnee Mission South?
Shawnee Mission South is St. James' toughest test of the season so far. The Raiders are one of the best and most physical teams in the state of Kansas, and their 10-0 record reflects that. They use their size and physicality to their advantage, which can wear teams down quickly. They are led by a powerful 6'6" post duo in Drake DeBon and Connor Kerrigan. DeBon, the Iowa State football commit, has been nearly unstoppable all season, finishing efficiently through double and even triple teams in the paint. The Thunder will need to stay disciplined to avoid easy fouls with another physical presence alongside him with Kerrigan, who can finish through contact and secures crucial second chance points for his team. This game is going to come down to how physical the Thunder are willing to be on the defensive end to get stops.
I completely agree with all that, Mary Claire. Again, going to come down to physicality and rebounding. Stay tuned for the national anthem and prayer.
And sportsmanship. May St. James the Greater help us to be victorious over all our difficulties and lead us to be witnesses to your love. In your name we pray, amen.
That was a beautiful rendition of our national anthem. The Thunder are putting together an impressive season, but are coming off a tough 7-point loss to Junction City on Thursday, snapping a 2-game winning streak. St. James has struggled this season rebounding the basketball due to inconsistent boxing out. Grady Ogden is a key part of the success for the Thunder. He is having a breakout junior season, jumping from just 2 points per game a season ago to 16 this season. The Thunder will need a big night from him, along with Emmett Peters, who must find his rhythm early. Last season, the Thunder experienced the size and strength of the Raiders in a 28-point defeat, as the Raiders made it difficult for the Thunder to get many quality shots. That physical presence remains a challenge, and early confidence on the offensive side of things could set the tone.
It's the St. James Academy Thunder and the Shawnee Mission South Raiders coming up next on Thunder Broadcasting Network. Well, as we finish up player introductions here, Mary Claire, what are your keys to the game?
The Thunder will need to be physical in the paint tonight, like we've both already talked about. While talking with Coach Dom this week, he believes this game will come down to the team's ability to rebound for all 32 minutes against the size and physicality of the Raiders, and do it while handling their pressure. St. James showed that same physical defensive style earlier in the season against Blue Valley West and struggled to handle it. The hope is that the Thunder experience against the Jaguars will help the Thunder tonight as they take on the best team in the state, Kansas. The Thunder need to rebound against size and get the ball into scoring areas on offense. Last season, the Thunder had trouble even getting inside the three-point line, Josh, against the Raiders. If they can chip away at the Raiders' zone, earn second chance opportunities, and control the glass, the Thunder could put the Raiders on upset alert.
Mary Claire, excellent analysis there, and like we talked about, this is a really, really tough zone defense that they have coming up. And St. James, it has their shooters, but you got to make your layups, you got to get inside the paint, and it's going to be really, really important for the Thunder to just find those opportunities to score, because there's not going to be many. And that's where the defense comes into play as well. Definitely.
It's going to be the team that does the little things well tonight, Josh. Little things matter the most in every sport and in life.
It's number 5, Drake DeBon, doing the tip-off for the Raiders, and number 20, Frankie Hess for St. James.
Frankie Hess in the starting lineup. He's dangerous on both sides of the ball. Raiders are going to have to watch out for him.
And DeBon easily wins the tip, and it's Caden Davis bringing the ball up the court for the Raiders. And an error quickly, but Davis gets it back, puts it inside. It's number 34, Kerrigan, trying to find some breathing room, and he does. There's 2 for the Raiders.
Connor Kerrigan, just so versatile, only coming off a 5-point game over their win over Shawnee Mission North just yesterday. Just couldn't find just got that one in the basket to go.
Exactly, and there was Grady Ogden taking a 3, and Neeson couldn't come down with the rebound as Ben Allen takes it up the court for the Raiders.
Allen, the 3-point shot capability is just unmatched. You got to have a hand in his face at all times and not allow him to shoot that 3 ball.
The Thunder trying to do a good job of keeping him outside of the paint, but they easily find another layup opportunity, but it's not there, and Peters comes down with the rebound.
Seeing the physicality here early from the Raiders, not surprised at all. That was Kerrigan once again on the ball.
Peters trying to get something set up, passes it off to Neeson.
Thunder trying to set something up on offense here, but the Raiders, once again, their defense is just unmatched, not like any other team in the state of Kansas.
Davis trying to go in and can't get a foul either, trying to look for one, it looks like there, as Kerrigan passes it inside to DeBon, who had another shot at 2 and couldn't quite get it to fall.
Yeah, 0 for 2 already is DeBon. Great job there from the Thunder defensively. Not great defense, but still made him miss that open look.
Davis draws that 3 well short, as the Raiders are going to get their offense reset. Davis once again taking it up the court.
Davis, 11 points per game for him, but he more sets his team up for success. Leads the state of Kansas, 6 assists per game for him.
And there's 2 for number 3, Thomas Burns. And look, Mary Claire, we talked about how they're going to really have to limit the paint, and that just wasn't a good effort.
For sure, just like you said, Josh, just not good defensive effort there, as Burns coming off a big game, scoring in double figures.
Ogden 0 for 2 on threes tonight. Couldn't get that one to fall either, as Davis passes it off to DeBon.
Like for the Thunder to really look downhill here. The Raiders are just shutting them down in three-point land. Why not just drive and at least try to draw a foul?
Neeson throws a bad pass, and he's going to draw a foul.
Good defensive pressure there from Luke Neeson. Played great minutes, especially on the defensive end for the Thunder this season.
Luke Neeson is a great defensive player for the Thunder, as the Raiders are going to get it out to Burns. And here's Davis to Allen. Back to Davis. Trying to get things set up on the perimeter, and there they are inside again. Number 34, Connor Kerrigan.
Just too easy there for Kerrigan. I mean, the Thunder sent that double team in the paint, but again, too easy, as he has that height advantage at 6'6", and the Thunder do not have that tonight.
Good effort there by Peters, keeping it in bounds, and Davis is going to drive, and he can't get it to fall.
Unfortunate miss there from Davis, but at least he's trying to look downhill.
Lots of contact in the lane, as Davis is just going to lay it in for 2 real easy. And the Raiders on an 8-point unanswered run, or an unanswered 8-point run.
Yeah. They're just out rebounding, first of all, just getting out in transition. When they get out in transition, there's just poor recovery for the Thunder as Peters buries that one from the corner.
And he's one of their shooters on the team, without a doubt. And between him and Ogden, they really don't miss their threes very often, and Emmett just relaxed and took that shot.
Yeah, Peters shooting 35% from beyond the arc this season and gets the Thunder on the board.
DeBon drives in, and there's another 2 for the Raiders.
And hit that little Euro step as well there, Josh. Just, again, too easy. Drake DeBon committed to Iowa State University to go play tight end next year. He is a physical and athletic player out here for Shawnee Mission South.
Peters with a contested 3, but Hess gets the rebound and lays it up for 2. Good effort there by the Thunder to get the offensive board. That's something like we talked about pregame that they struggled with.
Second chance points are going to be critical tonight for the Thunder, as Hess averages 4 rebounds per game.
And when it looks a little bit getting out of reach, they're right back into this, as Burns is going to drive in and tries to lay up to DeBon, and Davis has the rebound. Kerrigan back into DeBon, back to DeBon, and it's a bad pass, and it's intercepted by the Thunder, with Hess taking it up the court. Davis driving out to Peters. He wants 3, and can't get it to fall.
Deep 3 there from Emmett Peters, but like just a poor shot selection there. Maybe a few more passes, try to get the best shot.
He just walked right in there. That's number 10, Ben Allen. Again, just you got to contest the paint if you're the Thunder. And there's going to be a foul call.
And Allen just going coast to coast. Way too easy. Got that one to go for the easy deuce. Thunder need to be more physical on the defensive end. And Shawnee Mission South are very well coached. Head coach Brett McFall, 16th year as head coach, and played at Wyoming. And then he played 4 years overseas in Europe, so he knows how to coach these guys up.
And that's just another element of experience on this stacked Raiders team. As Davis takes it up the court, Bossie wants the screen, and Davis waves it off. And Davis is going to take a deep 3, and he can't get it to fall. I just, you talk about those perimeter shots, I just don't always understand them.
I agree with you there, Josh. I mean, just why not go downhill? Try to at least draw a foul. I mean, we only have 5 points right now, almost the end of the first quarter. You got to get downhill and get to the charity stripe, because that's when you see the ball go through the net and you build confidence if I'm a player out there.
And Emmett Peters draws a foul there, trying to get the rebound. And Burns is going to inbound it out to Allen. Allen trying to get something going, and back to Burns for another easy layup. And Dom is going to call a timeout.
And that's the negative of double teaming right there, because that means there's an open guy right in the lane. I mean, he's going to finish that all day long.
And look, the Thunder were a major underdog coming into this game, but it's, again, the little mistakes are hurting them in the long run here.
And the Raiders don't allow many points a game, Josh. Only the most they have allowed all season long is when they played Blue Valley West, like we were talking about earlier, and only allowed 53 points. And the most they've ever scored in a game was against Shawnee Mission West, 91 points, Josh. I mean, that's a really good team, and that's Shawnee Mission South, and that's why they're 10-0.
In 32 minutes of play, 91 points is absolutely ridiculous, Mary Claire.
And that's high school kids
That's
as well.
high
I mean,
school,
this is not college. And like we were talking about earlier, Thunder have played 3 games. They're going to be their 3rd this week, coming off a 78-63 win over St. Michael the Archangel on Tuesday. And like we've already talked about, that tough 7-point loss to Junction City High School.
So Emmett Peters is going to inbound it for the Thunder, and the Raiders on a hard press once again. That's another thing that I've noticed they've been doing so far, is just really pressing the Thunder and trying to create turnovers early. It's worked a couple times.
And Josh, the way to diffuse a press is you got to go over the top. So if they want to diffuse it, you got to go over the top right here. And the Raiders are going to do that all night long, because why not?
Peters looked like he wanted the 3, gets it out to Davis. Davis trying to get anything going.
And Raiders going to this zone. They're forcing the Thunder to shoot 3s. Thunder have only made 1.
And Ogden, again, a 3-point shooter. They know who the Thunder's guys are, as Davis pump fakes inside, and Chase Wright can't get it. Bossy gets the rebound, puts it back up, draws a foul, and can't get the layup to fall.
Love to see the effort there from Wright and Bossy. Second chance points once again. And look, they're drawing a foul. Bossy just came off the bench. Now he's at the charity stripe. If it doesn't just help him if he sees it go through the net, you just know that the basket is not have a lid on top of it, because he only have 5 points right now.
So Luke Bossy with the first free throwing, he gets it to fall, and that was something that they struggled with, especially in their loss to Topeka Seaman, is they couldn't make their free throws.
And you got to make free throws. It's a visible turnover when you do not make free throws. They're wide open.
Bossy's second free throw is in, and the Thunder have cut the lead to 6.
If I'm Coach Dom,
7, excuse me. Yeah.
If I'm Coach Dom right now, love to see Luke Bossy getting on the stat sheet. I mean, when you come up off the bench, you either, as a coach, you want them to knock down free throws or get some rebounds. And that's exactly what he did. He did both.
And that was a big big shot there by number 10, Ben Allen, doing a great job with a guy in his face to really get that shot to go in. Perfect swish.
And that's why Johnson County Community College wants Ben Allen, because he has a versatile game, all the phases.
And Grady Ogden hits his signature deep 3 there, and something that we've talked about with Grady Ogden in the past is once he gets going, it's hard for him to stop. So it'll be important to watch him going forward here.
For sure.
Inside to DeBon, and DeBon has another easy layup. He's just huge. He's hard to defend, and he's proven that right now.
Yeah, he's just a crafty player in the paint. I mean, no one can stop him. Broad shoulders, 6'6", athletic.
Bad pass there. It's intercepted after a little bit of fiddling by the Raiders, and number 1, Caden Davis can't get it to fall, but he will draw a foul.
Unfortunate there for the Thunder, just bailing the Raiders out. Raiders got 3 offensive rebounds. Thunder looked to go the other way, but got the foul. That just cannot happen there if I'm St. James.
Subs coming in for both teams. Grady Ogden and Matthew Davis are out.
And Kerrigan will come back in here for Shawnee Mission South. So that means and DeBon will exit, so they won't try to do that 2-man post like we've seen a couple times this season for Shawnee Mission South. They got another big guy, so it's not like anyone's leaving.
So good job there by the Thunder, or excuse me, poor defensive effort there by the Thunder. Points scored there as Emmett Peters takes a deep 3. He's got it!
Emmett Peters just buries that one, the second of the night for him. And if he keeps doing that, that's going to be absolutely huge for the Thunder. I mean, they're playing, the Shawnee Mission South is playing that zone, forcing them to shoot 3s. You got to keep making them.
So Connor Kerrigan's the one taking up the court now for the Raiders. And he gets it out to Max McKenna. Trying to get anything set up here.
And only a 3-point difference here with the shot clock.
And and they're going to just chuck it up, and they drain it anyway. You just can't have that happen, can you, Mary Claire?
That cannot happen. That's unacceptable there for the Thunder. I mean, just play straight up defense, and they didn't foul, obviously, but they still knocked down that three, and that was just poor defense there for the Thunder. You got to have both of your hands up, especially in the corner, and especially for that three-point shot. Can't happen if I'm the Thunder. The Thunder only down by 8 right now. It could be much more, and it's mostly because the Thunder are knocking down their shots and kind of getting stops on defense, but not really. But if they keep knocking down their shots, that would be critical for the Thunder. Last season, the Raiders lost only to Shawnee Mission Northwest, led by Keaton Wagler, who is now at Illinois, averaging double figures during the regular season, sharing the league title with the Cougars and claimed the #1 seed for the 6A state tournament. But the Raiders were knocked off in the quarterfinals by the 8 seed Mays, stunned by a buzzer beater. The Raiders' big man, DeBon, missed the postseason after breaking his foot in late February, which could play into the Raiders' early exit. But Brett McFall has this team in good running for their first title since 2013.
Once again, that hard press is coming in handy here for the Raiders early. Peters and Kolich are the main ones getting the ball on the perimeter, and Peters tries to make a move inside, gets it out to Kolich. Kolich looking for a lane or a window or anything to get something going, and he's just going to throw back out to Peters.
The Raiders faithful really coming alive here as Allen picks it away.
And another turnover by the Thunder. Eventually, I mean, stuff like that's going to happen if you can't get a lane, you're just going to keep passing around. Somebody's going to jump the ball as McKenna gets it inside to Kerrigan and back out to McKenna. And that's number 10, Ben Allen, taking a three, can't get it to fall, and it's rebounded by Chase Wright, who gets it into Kolich. Back to Wright. Wright goes in, draws a foul, and can't get the layup to fall.
Good transition basketball there for the Thunder. I mean, just sharing the basketball in transition, that's key. And then Wright headed himself to the free throw line. And Bossy going to the free throw line earlier really set up this Thunder team, and that's really when they got most of their points on the scoreboard.
Chase Wright gets his first one to fall. That's a good start there. You got to make at least 50% of your free throws, so there's 50% right there.
Thunder so far tonight has played clean defense. They need to continue that and continue to score on the offensive side. Thunder continue to cut their lead, just chipping away just a little bit at a time.
Here's Burns taking up the court. To get a little move around Frankie Hess, can't get it, so he gets it out to the big man, Ben Allen. Inside to DeBon there, the big tight end commit, and he can't get the layup to fall. And back out to Chase Wright.
He's missed a few of those tonight. I mean, he's in their recent win over Gardner Edgerton, dropped 26 points, and he's a little off as last night he only had 5 points, so he's a little shaky, especially in this game, which is big for the Thunder.
Yep, and the boss man, Luke Bossy, gets it to fall for the Thunder.
He's coming in and playing great minutes for the Thunder. Already has 4 points off the bench.
Raiders trying to get something going here. And they can't get it to fall. It's rebounded by Peters. Down to Wright. Wright, one man to beat. Beautiful move, and there's two.
Forcing a timeout from Brett McFall, cutting this lead to only 2, and that's all because Thunder got out in transition, picking the pocket of the Raiders and scoring on the offensive side of things.
And Chase Wright's getting a standing ovation now from this crowd, and I mean that's got to be amazing as a sophomore playing on varsity.
And he earns it because he's getting out in transition. He made his way to the free throw line and knocked those 2 down. And that's just terrific, honestly. As a sophomore coming off the bench, doing your job, and playing with the same energy as the starting five did, that I can say that is hard to do. Bench player playing at Shawnee Mission South, all the outside noise that who knows they're coming into this game with. He comes off the bench as well as Luke Bossy and just dominating. Yeah, and that's something that Chase Wright does so well. I mean, he is a little bit of a wild card. You don't always know what you're going to get out of him, but as much of a pistol as he is, when he shows up, I mean, it makes a difference. Good defense by the Thunder, and foul on the floor, it looks like. Yeah. That happens sometimes when you're playing that physical defense, and you can spare a couple of those here and there, as Burns is going to inbound it. Kerrigan driving inside, tries to put it up and gets fouled. A little bit of an interesting call there. It looked clean. I think it must have been the reach on the back. Yeah, I agree. The Thunder sent the double team there. I mean, Bossy just not in communication there with Kolich, which is hard to do, like you said, Josh. I mean, you have kind of like Wolf, they might say, or they're coming behind you. No one called it out for the Raiders. Kerrigan goes to the free throw line. Kerrigan holds 2 offers from Northwestern Missouri State and Rockhurst University. Strong physical presence in the paint for Shawnee Mission South this season. Kerrigan couldn't get his first free throw to fall. The second one is, however, good. And Connor Kerrigan can score the basketball. His season high is 25 points, Josh, and that mostly comes from the paint touches that the Raiders give him. Yeah, and he's just another one of big guys on this roster for the Raiders. And they have both their big men in right now. I mean, Kerrigan and DeBon. Davis wanted to drive there, couldn't quite get there. Ogden to Kolich. Bossy sets a screen to Davis. Pump fakes the 3. Again, can't get it inside the lane. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kolich out to Ogden. Ogden's just going to launch it from 3. And he got it! What a tremendous shot there from Grady Ogden, shooting 47% from beyond the arc this season, and the Thunder tie it up for the first time tonight. What did I tell you just a couple minutes ago, Mary Claire? Once he gets going, it's hard for him to stop, and that's his second 3 in a row. I mean, he's like a microwave. He buries it every time. He continues to stay hot. Exactly. The Raiders trying to respond. This crowd getting into it for the Thunder. And step out of bounds, it's going to be Thunder ball. And that was Ogden, once again, with that defensive pressure, has 12 steals on the season, Josh, and he just forced that turnover. And watch out for Cloyd Garcia. He is only a sophomore. I was watching him during the JV game. I mean, he is a baller. He plays for KC Spurs for his club team. I mean, he is a shifty guard and a great defender. Great analysis there, Mary Claire, as Davis trying to get something going. Frankie Hess with the ball, and Hess is another one of those shooters who's a little bit of a wild card, as Kolich wants 3, and he can't get it. Bossy triple team, somehow comes down with it, but it's going to be Raider ball. He threw an interception. This is where I want the Thunder to slow down a little bit. Yes, you just tied the basketball game, but you cannot get ahead of yourself, because that's when you try to fumble it just a little bit, as you would say. Just you can't, yes, you're tied right now, but you can't get too ahead of yourself. Well, that's another thing that you just got to have the whole team crashing the board there, and it just wasn't a lot of help for Luke Bossy. When it's a 3v1 situation like that, it's really hard to get the ball out of there. So still a tie ball game as the Raiders will inbound. Burns looking for something, and Davis tries to flick it to Hess and can't get it there. Thunder got away with that one. DeBon was trying to post up on Peters, which would definitely be a mismatch in the paint. Still on him. And Peters comes down with the rebound, trying to get it away, and he gets the ball tipped out. It's going to be Raider basketball again. And good defense there by Matthew Davis, knocking it out of bounds and letting the defense reset. Yeah, good hands there from Matthew Davis, just being on point, knowing where he is, knowing where the ball is. As Brett McFall calls his second timeout. Thunder just having tons of poise on the defensive side of things, then just beating Shawnee Mission South in transition.
There you go.
We can just update the score. I mean, the time's kind of like a stoppage like this. And I usually say like they're down by.
So the Raiders are going to be able to inbound it. Kerrigan out to Burns, who gets it back up top. That's number 1. Caden Davis, we haven't seen him in a while, but he's back in the game, gets it inside of the big man to Bond, who's going to drive in, wants to, and he gets it. I mean, once again, just low-effort defense there by the Thunder.
I mean, he's just not even phased. I mean, you see him, he's running back down the court. I mean, he's ready to go play defense right now. I mean, nothing the Thunder can do about it. I mean, he is just so athletic. I mean, obviously the Thunder do not have the height this season. Graduating Evan Day-Jamal, which would be the guy who would be guarding DeBon if he was here, but just unfortunate for the Thunder. I mean, they forced a few misses from DeBon, especially early in this game, but DeBon just knocks that one down.
Yep, and Davis there, as you could see on the broadcast, tried to get a 3 to go in, couldn't get it to fall. It was a wide open 3.
Good defense here from Peters, getting in front of Kerrigan.
And they're going to draw a foul there. It's going to be Raider basketball.
Like in the physical defense, Emmett Peters is playing here tonight, as well as Hess is playing good physical defense in the paint, not letting anything too easy for everyone except DeBon.
So here's Connor Kerrigan up top. They're going to stop it again, though.
That was a foul there from Hess, just a little too much hands, and that will no more fouls to give for the Thunder. That is Hess's second personal foul. Kerrigan will go to the line once again, second time tonight.
Yes, and if I'm St. James Academy, I'm still just going to continue to play aggressive defense, but you don't want those good players like Peters, like Hess, to get in foul trouble because they really do contribute to the overall gameplay.
Definitely.
It's clear the Thunder came ready to play tonight, though, cutting this a lot closer than I think a lot of people expected, especially after that two-game losing streak, as Neeson is able to get the rebound. Kerrigan missed the second free throw, as Hess is going to take it up the court, gets it to Matthew Davis.
We're seeing some ball screen action here for the Thunder.
Davis to Peters, he wants 3, and he's got 3.
Just too nice with it. Peters not even phased, buries that triple, and ties this game once again for the second time.
25 all with 2:20 to go, and they're going to call another foul on the Thunder.
Coach Dom not very happy about that one. That was on Emmett Peters after knocking down that triple.
And he might be getting a little bit into foul trouble.
I believe that's his second foul. The Thunder cannot have this in the second half because they're just giving the Raiders free points right now. As Peters will exit, as Allen will come back into this game. Come in for Connor Kerrigan.
You don't see Emmett Peters off the court very often, but this is just one of those situations where you want to preserve him for the rest of the game. You're going to need him late, as Burns is going to shoot his second free throw, and he makes it. So 27-25, Raiders lead the Thunder by 2 with about 2 minutes to go. And here's Matthew Davis taking it up the court.
Thunder need to take care of the basketball here. Going under 2 minutes. No silly passes. They need to be all strong chest passes.
Almost no contact on that screen there by Neeson, as Davis is going to drive inside again, trying to get something to go, and he will draw a foul.
Raiders being very physical defensively. Thunder obviously not surprised by that one. They watch film. They know what Shawnee Mission South presents on the defensive end.
Good job there by Davis, taking care of the ball and being aggressive. And gets it out to Neeson, who isn't a great shooter, and he's going to pass it back off to Davis. Neeson's just one of those guys that contributes on defense and rebounding. He's tall, but he's not a great shooter. As Davis is going to steal it away for the Raiders, and it almost in for the layup, as Hess is going to have the rebound. He gets it to Grady Ogden, who looked like he wanted that 3.
And I would usually be mad at that shot, but Grady Ogden has been hot so far tonight, so I maybe want him to shoot that one. Davis just cannot get that lay to go.
And Davis has been one of those guys that it just seems like there is a lid on the rim for him the past few games, just struggling to get the ball to go in the hole. And he's a good player. He starts every game, but he just isn't having a lot of luck with these shots.
Yeah, and the Thunder getting in foul trouble. Once again, Luke Neeson has his second personal foul. Just unnecessary there. I mean, you're at 1:30 left to go here, just going into halftime. Why not just stay straight up on that one? But Neeson's got the next one. And
Burns was unfazed on his last free throws, and they're gonna continue that streak. Burns sinks his third consecutive free throw in a row. As Bossy comes in, and out goes Neeson.
Thunder only down by 3 right now. Need to continue their excellence on the offensive side of things, because they're so far getting stops, but they're just bailing the Raiders out by fouling.
Good effort there by Luke Bossy, tipping that ball over to Ogden, who passes it out to Hess. And Jace Wright wants 3, and the sophomore can't get it, but Bossy gets the rebound up to Hess, and Hess has got 2.
Once again, second chance points. Luke Bossy's 5th rebound of the night, and it's only the second quarter, almost going into halftime. Huge for the Thunder.
Great effort there by all guys on the court. He's crashing the board, getting the rebounds. Davis is going to have a foul call.
And that looked like a good ball right there, but that's Matthew Davis gets that foul.
Especially with the big guy like DeBon there, I just don't know if I agree with that, Mary Claire.
I agree with you, but the refs called that foul. We won't complain about that one. That's Matthew Davis, second foul. There's 4 guys right now in the Thunder with 2 fouls. Got to stay disciplined. Those have mostly come here in the second quarter under the 5-minute mark. I mean, you got to stay straight up. You cannot be getting in foul trouble right now.
DeBon knocks his first free throw in. The Thunder have Bossy and Wright down closer to try and get this rebound if it doesn't get it to go. He can't get it to go. And Wright had that in his hands, and he just couldn't hold on.
I just couldn't quite secure it there, but that was good defense, though, for Shawnee Mission South, as they originally called it Thunder ball, but call it back into say Raiders ball. Thunder fans not so happy about that one, as the refs come together and they say it is a good ball, but it will stay with the Raiders anyway.
Yeah, again, as the crowd gets into this, I mean, from our vantage point, it did hit Wright. It's just a question of, and they're going to award the Thunder the ball after some consolidation with each other.
Good call there from all 3 referees here on the court, coming together. Got to stay in communication with each other, not just one person calling the shots, but here comes Matthew Davis.
Davis trying to get something set up, a bad pass, try to get it to Luke Bossy, and with an opportunity there, they turn the ball over.
And that just can't happen. Clean basketball. You got to play clean basketball, and they're just not doing that right now.
So Burns trying to get something set up, fakes a pass, and on the third faked pass, gets it to Ben Allen. DeBon on the outside perimeter and drives him anyway, gets an easy 2. You just can't have that.
I mean, he just goes coast to coast once again. I mean, he had the ball above his head the whole time. Nothing the Thunder can do about it. But you know what the Thunder can do? Try to get into his lane, and they didn't do that.
13 seconds to go. Wright gets it to Ogden. Ogden wants a deep 3, and he can't get it to fall. Bounces off the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds and go to the Raiders.
Not so sure if I like that shot selection there from Grady Ogden. I mean, that was a deep 3. He's made 3 threes tonight. As you can see, Coach Dom not very happy with him right now. Why not? The shot clock is turned off. Hold for the last shot. Don't launch a 3. How about you go downhill and try to draw a foul?
I completely agree with that, Mary Claire. And a lot of the times that they've driven inside, they have drawn fouls. John Hornback comes into the game for the Thunder. He's going to be the only man pressing as Kolich stays behind the half-court line. Hornback trying to play good defense. 2 seconds to go. Ben Allen gets a shot to fall, and the Raiders almost came away with points at the end of the half. That would have been a huge momentum shift.
But that was good defense there from John Hornback. I mean, can we not spotlight him for 1 second? 3-sport athlete. He does baseball, and then obviously came in for the injured Frankie Mangini week 1 and dominated and led the Thunder football team to a 10-2 record, the best of school history, earning first team All EKL only for a junior.
just taking a look at John Hornback, he's probably one of the better athletes on this team. Doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but when he's in, he does make a difference, especially defensively.
Yeah, and that's huge because he's an athletic guard as he was playing the guard position. With the Thunder only down 4 right now, I never would have thought they'd be down 4 right now, but that's huge for the Thunder, Josh. I mean, if they can come out of halftime with tons of energy and play great basketball on the defensive side of things and then score on the offensive side, that'd be critical.
It's really that simple. Well, the Thunder are down 4, 31-27. 9 minutes to go during halftime. We will see you in a little bit.
This is TBN Pulse.
What's up, Thunders? My name is Salvador Valera, and I'm coming to you live from the venerable Fulton J. Sheen Video Production Studio here at St. James Academy. And this is Season 2, Episode 7 of TBN Pulse. In this episode, we are bringing to you fresh content from our video production classes who have once again proven that deadlines really do spark miracles. In this episode, we see many kinds of ideas come to life through our video production classes. Isabel Shawnee gives a behind-the-scenes look at the dance team. Jack Dahlstrand takes a deep dive into Lake Lenexa. Dad jokes that'll have you laughing with Joseph Wagner. And an interview with the undisputed GOAT of basketball. This is TBN Pulse.
When there's a home game at St. James Academy, you'll find the SJA dance team on the sidelines and performing halftime. In order to do so, the team gets ready for the big game together as one team. And to tell us about her own personal getting ready routine, we have Emily Labarge.
My getting ready routine, I like to get my uniform on first. A lot of the girls do their makeup first, but I like just getting in the vibe in my uniform. And then I do skin prep, basic makeup. We have special game day makeup that we do, getting my lashes good. And then I move on to hair because I like to get makeup and uniforms out of the way first because they're easy, and hair takes me definitely the longest. So I move on to hair and make sure that I just look game day ready and matching with the other girls on the team.
Through getting ready together, many bonds have grown or have been strengthened through getting ready together as a team. Many girls would say that this is the highlight of their dance team season. Whether it's singing songs, helping girls do their hair, or helping teammates with makeup, this team truly has a special, unbreakable bond. Getting ready together is a key aspect of their team dynamic and performance overall, and helps them grow as sisters in Christ through the art and sport of dance.
Thanks, Isabel. And now, hope you got your swimsuit, because we're taking a deep dive into Lake Lenexa.
This is Lake Lenexa. The lake covers over 35 acres and is located within the 250-acre Blackhoof Park. The lake is home to many trees, animals, and birds. This is a great blue heron. It can commonly be found at Lake Lenexa year-round because of the lake's wetland environment and rich food supply. Blackhoof Park features nearly 36 types of trees, many of which are identified along the trail that loops the whole lake. The trail circling the lake is roughly 2 miles long, but can be about 3 miles if you include additional paths beyond the lake loop. In the fall, Lake Lenexa offers gorgeous colors along the paths and trails. Lake Lenexa Dam is a beautiful blend of engineering and artistry, completed in 2006 as a part of Lenexa's Vision 2020. The dam is considered a functional piece of art featuring fountains, sculptures, and water features that symbolize different stages of the water cycle. The dam supports wildlife habitats and contribute to the ecological health of the area. These are Canada geese that also admire the beautiful Lake Lenexa Dam. Some of these geese are year-round residents of Lake Lenexa, and some are migratory birds who are flying south from Canada. If you haven't been to Lake Lenexa yet, it's a time to check it out. Great views, peaceful trails, and plenty of geese to keep you company.
Performance Rehab is an outpatient, private physical therapy clinic that is physical therapist owned. Most of the injuries that we see at Performance Rehab are orthopedic in nature. We see a lot post-surgical, but we also see a lot of general aches and pains. Whether you have a total knee or you have a contact sports injury, we have specialists that primarily see those types of injuries. Our goal here is to help promote active and healthy lifestyles. So if that fits with anything that you may have, then maybe Performance Rehab may be a good fit for you.
And now, let's lighten the mood with some dad jokes.
When does a joke become a dad joke? When the punchline becomes apparent. I tried to catch some fog earlier. I missed. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
Thanks, Joseph. And now, me and Grace got a chance to interview the greatest of all time. His name has been mentioned with the likes of Jordan and LeBron, our very own Mr. Duran.
I'd say my basketball career started at the moment of my conception. When God infused my soul into my body, He infused the soul of a hooper. When I was born into the world on April 11th, 1998, my real basketball career started like every good basketball career does. One inhale and one exhale at a time. And that's when it really took off. I got my first college offer at age 14. And the rest is history. Some people number me among Jordan, LeBron James, Bol, Lonzo Ball. When I play basketball, I'm like skating. I'm an artist. I don't really have to think. I just sort of let myself go.
Gotcha. Thanks, guys. He is for sure the GOAT, undisputed. Thank you to the video producers who created these segments to further the mission of St. James Academy. I'm Salvador, and thank you for watching TBM Pulse. God bless, and go Thunder.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to the hopefully thrilling second half. As the Thunder are down 4 to the Raiders, 31-27, and some big players stepping up for the Thunder that we don't usually see, especially guy Chase Wright.
And Luke Bossy as well. And I asked Coach Dom, what have you learned about your team since coming back from Christmas break? And Coach Dom said he has learned how versatile his team is. They have shown the ability to play a variety of ways on offense. For example, as Miege took away the three-point shot, so they then went 23 from 30 from 2. Then St. Michael took away the two-point shot, and the Thunder went 16 for 30 from 3, and they're showing exactly that. Josh.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great first half. Like you said, big players stepping up, unexpected players stepping up. This is this is turning into a really competitive game, something that a lot of people weren't expecting, especially from the #1 team in Kansas. That's something that I think a lot of people are forgetting, and this just goes to show that the Thunder can really play with anybody, and it's really disappointing that they lost those games that they really shouldn't have lost.
Definitely. I think part of why the Thunder have 4 losses on the season is because they don't close. They can build on this, obviously. This isn't like a bad thing, but the Thunder going into halftime, they just bail other teams out. They just make silly fouls before halftime, and I believe the Thunder can change that really quickly because they have great leadership on this St. James Academy coaching staff and these athletes as well. So that's not a problem. They just need to fix it.
Well, and again, the Shawnee Mission South started the game on an 8-0 run. There was they were completely unanswered points, and the Thunder came back, tied it up at one point. They haven't held the lead today, but they have tied it up at points. So this is just one of those situations where you're down 4. This is extremely manageable if you can get it tied up again and eventually, hopefully, take the lead.
And it's only a 4-point deficit here for the Thunder. I mean, this is well within reach here, Josh. I mean, the Thunder are not holding their heads right now. They need to come out of the second half with tons of energy. I mean, first 5 minutes, coaches always talk about that in all sports, but especially basketball. First 5 minutes are really, really huge if the Thunder want to get back into this one, secure the lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and I think back to the Topeka Seaman game, they were in a similar opportunity where they had a chance to come out, go on a run at half, and make the game interesting. They failed to do that and ended up losing that game. The momentum is defined in the first 5 minutes of the quarter, either first or second half.
I completely agree with you there, Josh. Thunder just need to exemplify that right here on the hardwood.
Well, Coach Dom puts his second half starters on the court. It's Hess, Ogden, Neeson, Matthew Davis, and Emmett Peters. All of them having really, really good games so far. They match it up nicely defensively and offensively. This is going to give them the best shot, I think, at a competitive second half. It's going to be Raider ball to start the second half. And Allen's going to inbound it to Burns. Burns gets it to Allen, who's going to throw it up to the big man, Kerrigan, and Kerrigan draws a very physical layup.
And that's what the Raiders are going to do the whole second half. Feed it to your big man in the post. Thunder can't stop them, and they can easily extend this lead. If Thunder want a chance, they need to have a stellar defensive performance here to start the second half.
Keep them on the perimeter, but you're not going to always be able to limit those points in the paint, so it's just about doing the best you can. Emmett Peters tries to draw a three there and can't get it to fall. Just off the rim, bounces out and rebounded by the Raiders here as Allen takes it up the court, and good move there by Neeson trying to get something done, and DeBond's going to go in for an easy layup. We just said this, and the first 5 minutes are going to define the momentum. Davis taking it up the court. I'm not so sure about this. Davis throws it inside, and it bounces off a Raider. It appeared to have been Ben Allen, and it's going to stay with the Thunder. Davis is going to inbound, looking for something, anything, all covered, throws it up top to Neeson, and very easy layup for Caden Davis. Luke Neeson, really, really poor effort there. Not something you usually see out of a guy like him, and Coach Dom is not happy.
He is not happy with his team because they entered the second half with a 4-point deficit, and now the Raiders have extended their lead to 10 points. We were just talking about first 5 minutes defines really the whole game, honestly. The whole second half, they're not playing good right now. Too many turnovers, not playing clean, and really just not playing together. They really need to get it together as a group in this timeout. If they want to come out on top or even just have this lead a little closer, because we know they're capable of it.
And that effort there by Caden Davis is exactly what we've been trying to see out of the Thunder now for the past 2.5 quarters of play. Actually, more than that. I mean, a lot of the last games that they've lost has come down to effort issues, not going effort on the rebounds, giving up easy layups, creating really silly penalties, and just another one just adding to that score of just poor effort from a guy that you just usually don't see it from. So the Thunder coming out of the timeout, and what started as a 4-point deficit has moved to a 10-point deficit, an even larger one that they faced in the first half.
And the Thunder lost to Shawnee Mission South last year 58-30, and Peters was the only one in double figures with 11 points. Everyone else just couldn't get on the stat sheet.
This is a different team.
Yes.
But again, it really starts here. You're going to probably have to get something offensively if you even want a shot here. And they're going to have Hess inbounds. It's not usually what they do, but gets it out to Davis, and Davis is going to be the common point guard. There is a press here, though, by Burns.
And I really think it's going to come down to the defensive performance. If the Thunder can get stops on defense, then that leads to transition buckets and offensive points.
Try to get it outside. Good hustle there by Caden Davis, but it's going to stay Thunder ball, it appears. I have no idea who's inbounding, but whoever it was gets it out to Davis. Good pass there. Peters on the perimeter. Ogden was the one who inbounded it. Davis tries to drive into the lane, can't get it.
And Raiders back to man. They switched out of the zone. Thunder need to take advantage.
A shot blocked there. That's DeBond, the big man, and Peters is going to draw a foul. Absolutely horrible turn of events there for the Thunder.
I mean, yes, Devon blocked that shot, but what is Peter supposed to do about that one? I mean, Devon obviously has the height advantage on that shot. I mean, Peter just ultimately shouldn't have shot or even tried to attempt that shot when you have a 6'6" big man tight end going to Iowa State next year on you. Just unfortunate for the Thunder and just another turnover.
A whole list of adjectives there to describe Devon, and another list all on its own of that shot block there. Davis is going to try and drive in, pulls up, takes a jumper, and he can't get it to fall, but he gets the rebound. Bad effort again. You got to get those rebounds. DeBon trying to get to the lane, passes it out to Burns. Burns driving in now, and he gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and the Thunder finally come down with it. After 4 shots, all of them miss. The Thunder get a rebound as Ogden tries to drive in, gets it out to Davis. And Davis is going to make an aggressive drive, dumps it to Hess.
That was a good backdoor cut there from Hess. Good job by him, just using that ball and body movement, which are really important, and Hess has been doing a great job of that tonight.
And it was either Neeson or Hess. I think it was Neeson who stepped out of bounds there. You just can't let those mistakes happen. Just a really, really good job. Shows that not only, like you said, they moved from a zone to a man here, and that shows just the versatility of this defense. Really able to perform at a high level, and it's just really no bueno so far for the Thunder.
Yeah, and the Thunder just still can't get it in the paint, even when they're playing man-to-man.
Burns for 3, and he drills it. I mean, once again, nothing you can do there. Usually I'd say let him shoot, but, I mean, they proved they can shoot, so it's probably time to just start just playing as physical as you can. It's desperation time. With 5 minutes to go in the third, desperation time for the Thunder.
And the Thunder really need cutters right now. Need more offense as Hess tries to do that up and under. Good job by him drawing that foul. He'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
Little update from NFL Network. The Bills and the Broncos are in overtime. The Broncos have the ball on their own 38, 3rd and 11. So a little bit of an interesting game there for those of you who want to tune into that.
Who were you wanting to win that one, Josh?
I'm personally for the Broncos. Hess gets his first free throw to fall, though.
I agree with you. Bo Nix is a really good quarter. He's been playing great this season for the Broncos.
He really has. He's been playing out of his mind. Great system over there. And Hess can't get the second free throw to fall, and it's rebounded by DeBon. DeBon doing a nice job of not panicking, getting a reset. Something else that this Raiders team does is they're very coordinated. They work as a unit and not as one.
And that's big. They play their family. And the Thunder are family, too. I mean, they're just not playing. They're playing together tonight, but not as well as they obviously wanted to be.
Exactly. And it just seems that these Raiders, they're just all on the same page as Allen's going to take a 3 of his own and can't get it to fall.
And good offensive rebound here from Hess. This is where you get out and transition, but he just can't handle the basketball there. And just a turnover, a transition turnover. It's unfortunate there for the Thunder.
And Hess, I mean, he could have chosen to steal a page from Drake DeBon's book there of driving in, just slowing down, getting a reset, getting the offensive reset. Look, I understand 4.5 minutes to go. You're down 12, but it isn't quite panic mode yet. There's still plenty of time to turn the game around, and you can't make those little mistakes.
Yeah, just set up if I was Hess there, just pull it out, exactly what you said, Josh. Just set up a good play.
A little confusion there as DeBon's ultimately going to come down with the ball.
Yep, and the Thunder switching to that zone, but DeBon still finds a way to finish it.
Never a doubt. Oh, great pass there to Hess, who gets it back outside to Wright. Wright's driving it. He wants to. Gets fouled. He's going to the line.
Just a touchdown pass there from Hess to his teammate as Wright drives to the basket and draws that foul.
Chase Wright gets his first free throw to fall, cutting this lead by a very small margin, but every little bit counts. Shawnee Mission South crowd getting into it, but Wright is unfazed. There's 2 points for the Thunder.
Just got some points there on the offensive side of things. This is where the Thunder need to lock in on the defensive side. Need a big, stellar defensive performance for the Thunder tonight. Just haven't had it as they, again, switch to this zone defense, trying to cause some steals.
Burns out to Davis. Davis driving in, and he's got a bucket of his own.
Davis, once again, just too easy.
And he's not one of the bigger guys on the team, but those bigger guys created a distraction there and made it a little bit easier for him to get in. And Hess lays it up, and he's got 2. A great play there, great pass there by Davis to Hess, and Hess doing his job after getting the ball.
Yeah, all started there with Davis, 6 assists per game he averages, and just unselfish with the basketball and gives it to Hess, finishes the easy one.
DeBon has spent a lot of less time in the paint as Davis steals the ball away, and he's going to drive in, fakes out DeBon, and just can't get that layup to go in. You got to make your layups. And they're going to stop the ball. They're going to call a travel here on Shawnee Mission South. It's going to be Thunder ball.
And good pressure there for the Thunder. So they get the ball to inbound, forcing that travel there from the Raiders as Ogden will inbound the ball here for the Thunder. Thunder look to get a shot off.
So here's Davis at the top of the key, gets it to Ogden. Ogden surveys, looking, gets it to Bossy, back to Ogden. Ogden from the top of the key, deep three, and off the rim. Bossy does come down with the rebound. Good effort there, there's two. You love to see that in a good, it's just great job there by Luke Bossy to just give the effort that the Thunder needs, and he has cut this lead to 10.
Bossy with some tremendous minutes tonight for the St. James Academy basketball team, testing Shawnee Mission South, the top team in the state.
Shows maybe he should get a little more playing time. He's played outstanding tonight.
It's always next man up, man, in basketball. I mean, next man up, and he's doing a great job as Allen with the little celebration after hits that triple.
If I'm Ben Allen there, I'm probably celebrating too. He's had multiple threes and not all of them just beautiful shots, getting them to fall as Hess tries to drive in. Can't, and Wright is going to go for three, and that one is off the mark.
Yeah, I would like to see there from Wright just a little rip and then downhill drive. Just didn't do it on that one.
Ben Allen inside of the big man Kerrigan. They're going to blow it dead and call a foul. It's on number 10, Grady Ogden.
That's Ogden's third personal. As Luke Kolich, a sophomore, will come in for Hess. Hess with some good minutes here tonight.
If the points don't kill you, the fouls will. Eventually, I mean, there's a limit to playing physical basketball, and they might be right there. And they're going to call another foul there.
Thunder fouls have been a big story of this game. We saw none in the first quarter, and that's why the Thunder were really testing the Shawnee Mission South Raiders team. But second quarter, now in the third quarter, almost in the fourth quarter, just too many fouls here for the Thunder.
And Ben Allen wants three. Good rebound there by the boss man. Chase Wright taking it up the court. Gets it to Kolich, and Kolich is going to be the point guard here. Trying to get a drive inside. Out to Davis. Davis surveys, drives in. He wants it, and draws a foul.
Now, strong take there from Matthew Davis, just backing down his defender and forcing that foul as the Thunder will get the inbound right under the basket. Kolich inbounding it.
Good effort there by Davis. Kolich is going to inbound it. Grady Ogden wants three. He gets it to fall.
And what a screen. That was all set up there from Luke Bossy, screening his defender so Ogden is wide open in the corner, and then Grady Ogden just makes the Raiders pay. And it's a tied ball game once again.
If you get a stop here defensively and change the momentum a little bit with another score offensively, this is a ball game again. And good defense there by Kolich, who's put out of bounds, and they're going to say it is still Raider ball.
And that's a good call there from the referee. I do believe it. Last hit Kolich on that one. But again, Josh, 50 seconds on the clock and then 19 seconds on the shot clock. We can have no silly fouls here for the Thunder.
Certainly not, as McKenna gets the ball up top. And drive there by Allen. They're going to call a foul.
Unfortunate there for the Thunder again, bailing the Raiders out once again. I mean, this can't happen. We've seen number 11 senior Max McKenna for the Raiders tonight, playing good minutes, honestly, on the defensive side of the things. He's committed to St. Louis University for baseball as he's a pitcher. So another athletic guy on this Raiders squad.
Ben Allen taking a deep three, and it's off the rim, rebounded by Bossy, who gets it to Chase Wright, and then back to the point guard, Davis. Davis letting the offense get set and gets it to Ogden. And this is a really dangerous man to have the ball, but ultimately he's going to get it to Kolich. He's playing ring around the rosy here. And Kolich, I mean, the shot clock's ticking down. They just can't get anything going offensively. Once again, testimony to this great defense here for the Raiders. Now almost 5 seconds to go. Davis driving in, throws it up and can't get it to fall. Just desperation shot there as Kerrigan is going to have an easy layup.
Good transition bucket there from Connor Kerrigan as the Raiders close out this third quarter with a 12-point lead on St. James. The St. James have one final push to try to put Shawnee Mission South on upset alert in prime time on a Saturday night. I believe the Thunder can do it, but it's all going to start on the defensive end and not getting those silly fouls.
And I 100% agree, Mary Claire. I mean, if this is desperation time, I mean, it really just comes down to this. This is it. And you're down 12 right now. There's been crazier comebacks that have happened. St. James has come down from multiple double-digit deficits over the years, but against the number one team in Kansas, it's going to be tough.
It's going to take a lot of maturity, especially for this Thunder team. I mean, you just can't do anything silly, especially have your emotions in check. And this one is the Thunder trying to chip away here.
10 seconds remaining in the timeout. Final 10 seconds to get settled and get ready to go.
Emmett Peters and Hess still on the bench. Emmett Peters has he come in the third quarter?
I think he was in briefly in the third,
yeah.
but
he's
not
been on the bench
much
for a while, and he has 3 personals.
And there's a great throw inside there by Davis to Ogden. Ogden with the layup. You don't see Ogden get many shots inside, but there's one there.
Ogden just hit the little V cut on his defender. It was a good night from there with that easy lay.
Great start there. Let's see if they can continue on the defensive side of the ball. And Allen wants 3, and he just drills another one. An excellent job there by Allen getting settled and getting the 3 that he wanted.
I mean, Allen is just a great player, committed to Johnson County Community College, coming off a game where he dropped 9 3-pointers for 29 points in all. I mean, the Thunder just can't do anything about it except put a hand in his face.
Neeson and Peters both on the bench, and good steal there by Matthew Davis.
As he carries the basketball is right, so turnover in transition as Peters comes into this game as Graydon Ogden will exit.
And just another silly, stupid mistake that you just don't want to have if you're St. James Academy. Not even a minute off this clock yet, though, in the fourth. This is still a ball game. It's not over till it's over, or the final 2 minutes of the game. If they're up by this margin in the final 2 minutes, it's pretty much over. But certainly a lot of time left to go. Allen drives in and draws nothing but air on that shot.
That was all because Luke Bossy had hands all up in his jersey and face. I mean, Allen couldn't even see the hoop. Who knows at that point? He doesn't even touch the rim like you said.
The extraordinary defensive play by the boss man continues. Can he do it on their best player? He draws a foul. I don't mind that. It looked like DeBon was about to get another easy layup, and Bossy and Bossy and DeBon having a little exchange there after that foul.
I completely agree there. I mean, DeBon, we've talked about really, really good football, going to Iowa State next year. I mean, Bossy's unfortunately not going to be able to stop him as they give DeBon the ball, just can't finish.
But he can finish that one, however, and that's just another shot. You're just getting killed on the rebounds. And at this point, I mean, it's happened so often that eventually it is a little bit of a size issue that you just don't have. And Davis drives in, gets it to Peters. So Peters' first touch in the fourth quarter, actually first touch in a while, and it's just going to be a pass back out to Davis. Thunder moving the ball again, trying to get that perfect shot. And there's Jace Wright, draws a foul, and another 2-point there for Jace Wright. An excellent job there, just being aggressive, getting inside, and now he's going to have a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, just a strong take there from Jace Wright. Has an opportunity to secure this 3-point play, which would be huge for the Thunder. I mean, Jace Wright is really having an impressive performance here tonight. Doesn't get many varsity minutes, but he does get some. It only averages 2 points per game this whole season. I mean, he's in double figures already here tonight, mostly because his physicality and his willingness to get downhill, which many players are not willing to do, like sacrificing their body. Because when you go downhill, I mean, these guys are physical out here like we've seen.
Just an incredible athlete there. Contribute a little bit on the football team, especially as a run-blocking tight end, is Jace Wright. So here we go. Raiders trying to get reset. Allen drives in. Another shot at a layup, and it's going to stay Raiders ball. Peters on the floor after that play. Really, really physical play there by both teams.
Luke Bossy will exit, head to the bench as Neeson comes in, and Brett McFall calls his first timeout of the fourth quarter with his team up 12 currently over the Thunder. Thunder, do they have another push in them? Going up against the top team, Shawnee Mission South.
Well, and after that quick run at the beginning of the half, like you said, the first 5 minutes really defines the momentum of the game. It just really hasn't even been close.
And Shawnee Mission South has played some really good programs so far this season. Earlier in the season, they were tournament champs in the 79th Annual Carthage Invitational as they beat Link Academy. That's a really powerful program based in Branson, Missouri. They won 81-51 as Kerrigan dropped 25 points and Allen had 23 points. And I kind of think that's what's kind of carrying the Shawnee Mission South team right now, because they've played in big games. Not saying the Thunder haven't, but if you know Link Academy basketball, I mean, they have tons of 5 stars on their team.
Great little deep dive there, Mary Claire. Just under 6 minutes to go. St. James again down 12. At this point in the game, can you just make it close? Can you cut it to a single-digit lead and then go from there? Can you just get it to a single-digit lead in general?
Yeah, and can you just do the little things well as well? Just, sorry, I got it around there. Can you do the little things well, like doing a good closeout, getting a good box out?
And it's going to be even harder to get to single digits now, as the deficit is now 15 as Allen hits another three-pointer. Neeson is back in the game for the Thunder.
Allen is just straight cash. The last, I'm going to say 2 nights, as he knocked down 9 three-pointers just the other night. That's 4 already here tonight as Ogden tries to go to work and just can't as DeBon handles the basketball.
Yeah, and Grady Ogden once again driving into the lane, and this time he just can't get it to fall. Here's McKenna. Haven't seen a whole lot of him on offense as the big man taking a 3 and just off the mark. That would have been a little impressive to see from DeBon. Seen a little dual action shooter there.
But we know he's capable of it.
Well, he certainly had the range there. Just couldn't get to the fall. Peters tries to make an athletic move, and he will get fouled. It's number 11, Max McKenna, with his, I think, second foul of the game.
Here comes in 3 subs here for the Raiders. 3 people will come out. Jace Wright exits this one. Connor Kerrigan having a good night, plays club ball with Chase Barnes, one of the best junior guards in the Midwest. He's committed to Indiana. So just another player out here like Connor Kerrigan, playing with some outstanding players when he plays club ball. That's what helps him in these big moments.
Peters driving in, gets the foul and 2, and he's going to the line.
Here we go. Thunder have a little bit of life here. Only down 13, and Peters going to the free throw line. Need to knock down these 2 free throws to cut it to 11.
So here's Emmett Peters to the line. 13-point deficit, trying to cut it back to 12. Peters doesn't get phased easily, and he drills it. No, never a doubt there from Emmett Peters at the free throw line.
Excuse me, that was actually an and 1 opportunity there from Peters. So just got that 3-point play, cuts it to 12.
This third and fourth quarter, we've seen a lot more of Connor Kerrigan in the paint. And there's one reason why.
And that just can't happen there. And that was, I believe, by Emmett Peters. And it was from Emmett Peters. That's his 4th personal.
And he's visibly frustrated. Dom keeps him in the game.
Fouls has really been the story of this game here, Josh. I mean, Emmett Peters has been in foul trouble all night, ever since the first quarter, picking up those easy 2 in the first. Just not able to get himself going here tonight.
Well, here's Connor Kerrigan at the free throw line, and he gets it to fall. So, huge momentum shift there. Again, you're probably not going to win the game at this point, down 15 with 4.5 to go. But again, you're just 6 short points away from single digits. Hess is going to get it inside to Neeson. They're not going to call a foul there. It seemed pretty physical. Ogden for 3, and off the mark.
Like the effort there from Luke Neeson, though. 2 offensive rebounds over to Bond, that big presence in the paint. I just love to see that effort. Even though you're down 15, it's still good to see from a player that doesn't get as much playing time, but those rebounds are big.
I agree. Allen for another deep shot. He's got it. I mean, he's just been automatic tonight, and especially in this second half, just really never a doubt. Coolidge for 3, and just not his shot. Oh, Luke Neeson there with a little bit of a questionable bump in the back, as Drake DeBon is just going to have another bucket. Just
and once
unrelenting.
Once again, he can just do it all on both sides of the floor, and he's shown that here tonight. As Coach Dom needs to burn a timeout, as Shawnee Mission South is just extending their lead possession after possession. Thunder just cannot find a way to stop, like we were talking about earlier, the trifecta of players that the Raiders have to offer, like Drake DeBon, Connor Kerrigan, especially Ben Allen as well, showing the Thunder and everyone watching here tonight why they're the best team in the state of Kansas.
And you talked to me a little bit about that coming into this game, Mary Claire. It's just, they've been absolutely unstoppable, and for a little bit it looked like the Thunder maybe had a chance, and
it did.
They went coming out of the gate into the second half. I mean, that was just absolutely great job by this Shawnee Mission South team to just pull away and relax and just absolutely dominate and prove why they still got it. A little bit of an update here from NFL Network. The Denver Broncos are inside Bills territory and are going to attempt a field goal to end the game, and he drills it easily.
So Denver just won?
Denver has won, and they will proceed to the AFC Championship.
Wow.
Another heartbreaking loss for the Buffalo Bills.
And really for the Thunder, I mean, they had many poor turnovers, which leads to poor transition defense, and that's really been the story of this game, the poor transition defense and the fouls.
Little shot here to get a little bit of daylight, and Davis just airmails Hess there, and it's going to be, well, it's going to be Raider basketball.
And once again, that's just a turnover that the Thunder cannot have, especially going into March when you're playing these good teams like Shawnee Mission South they might run into. As now the Thunder just send the double team. It's desperation time for them. As, of course, a foul is called, looks like from Matthew Davis.
It's funny you use the word desperation time. I mean, I think we passed that window about 2 minutes ago, but here they are anyway, just trying to get a little positivity. And there's a little bit, Luke Neeson creating a great turnover there. Davis hits Hess in the hands, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be Raider ball again. Another turnover that you just cannot have.
Yep, just cannot have that there for the Thunder, but they'll just go next play for now. They'll definitely be rewatching these turnovers when they have film session next week. Just got to be better, and I believe they will clean this one up.
Oh, little no-look pass in there to Drake DeBon, and the big man has another bucket. I mean, he's just been absolutely unstoppable tonight. I mean, this entire unit has just been absolutely unstoppable, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
Davis has a little bit of a layup of his own.
Yeah, and good vision there from Allen as well, finding DeBon for that easy bucket in the paint. And then Matthew Davis is coming the other way, playing that easy 2 in. Just another foul here, obviously, for the Thunder.
66-47 Raiders. Very likely keeping their undefeated streak alive after tonight. It's Davis, inbounds it to Burns. Burns moving around. Playing ring around the rosy here. Davis has the ball again. They really haven't let up. They've really been unrelenting so far, and Kerrigan, another easy bucket. But like I was saying, they really have been unrelenting so far throughout the game. Their starting 5 for the Raiders are in the game with 1:53 to go in the fourth. They're really letting these seniors finish this one out.
I mean, honestly, why not? I mean, there's a whole bunch of competitors out on this court right now. They don't want to go out of the ball game. As Luke Bossy looks to check in here. Foul call here from the Raiders. As now the Raiders will send their whole bench out here. Whole fresh set of players like we were just talking about, Josh. Now all the starters come out in this one. Big round of applause for DeBon, Kerrigan, Allen leading this team.
Well, your top players in this new lineup are going to be, without a doubt, McKenna and Minnick. Rowan Minnick seeing a little bit of playing time tonight as Ogden's going to take a 3, and he misses a wide open 3. You just don't see that too often, as looks like it might be another foul by St. James. No, the boss man is going to the line to shoot. Much deserved chance at free throws here for Luke Bossy, who's had himself a heck of a game.
This is definitely his best game of the whole entire season.
Without a doubt.
And on both sides of the ball, too, and doing the things that you do not see in the stat sheet, like hyping up your teammates. That's a big one, especially in basketball. Just doing the little things well for him personally, but like we were talking about earlier, just haven't really seen a lot of team basketball for the Thunder. But they'll get it cleaned up. They'll be back better than ever next week.
The Raiders, even with these new players, they want a shot, and it's going to look like it's going to be Thunder ball after they stepped out of bounds.
Tried for that little baseline drive. Bossy wouldn't let it happen, but then got around him. Stepped out of bounds here.
And the Thunder are going to bring their own bench out. So back into the game, a couple vets in this game. Chase Wright is back in the game. Colich taking up the court.
Colich, haven't seen a lot from him here tonight. Season high of 14 points, averages 6 points per game this season. Can do it all on both sides of the floor, especially with that 3-point shot he shoots 38% from.
15 seconds to go on the shot clock, so still plenty of time, and a nice drive in there, but they can't get it to fall. Again, just a lid on the basket recently for a lot of these layup attempts for the Thunder.
And look at Corey Garcia just going to work, just like he was doing in the JV game. He's going to be a bright star for Shawnee Mission South in future years. I was very impressed by him.
Ronan Minnick couldn't get that 3 to fall. Jace Wright trying to drive in. Physical, and he gets 2. There's some positivity there for the Thunder.
Absolutely. Outstanding drive there. Jace Wright just with that great drive. Strong take. Love to see that from Jace Wright. Only a sophomore. Shot clock's turned off. Raiders escape with the win easily. Shawnee Mission South improved to 11-0 on the season. Prove to the Thunder why they are the best team in the state, with Allen DeBon leading the way.
Yep, and your final score tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be 68-49. Mary Claire, just before we leave and sign off, what are some keys that the Thunder can take away from this game going into the rest of the season?
They didn't play a great defensive game, but I think they can clean that up. The key, I think the positives that can come out from this game is knowing that they can score the basketball. Yes, you only scored 49 points, but you've shared the basketball with your teammates, which I think is huge coming into future games. And especially, they're now 7-4 on the season, But going into March, you're going to need to play together. So I think team chemistry, at least we didn't see a lot of team chemistry in this game. But again, another thing that they can fix, and I have a lot of confidence in this St. James Academy basketball team because they have great leadership with the coaches, but also the players as well. Great people on and off the court, which I think is huge for success.
I completely agree with that, Mary Claire, and it's just going to be interesting to see how they handle things moving forward. Again, this was a 6A opponent, not only a 6A opponent, this is the 1 seed in Kansas. So the Thunder won't have to worry about these guys again in the playoffs, but you do want to translate a lot of the themes in this game into more playoff opportunities. And one point I did want to make was first half basketball, they did play pretty well.
They did play good basketball.
And if you can continue to play with that type of energy and momentum for 4 quarters against a less superior team than Shawnee Mission South, you're going to win some football games and maybe even a shot at the big one, the state championship.
Yeah, they're definitely going to win some basketball games like we were talking about. Like I was talking to Coach Dom about, you got to play all 32 minutes. They didn't do just that tonight, but I believe they can do that in future games like we've already said. Me and Josh have tremendous amount of confidence in the St. James Academy basketball team, but we also got to say, Shawnee Mission South is a really good basketball team, and the Thunder just didn't have the height advantage, which isn't their fault.
No, it isn't, and a lot of times it just comes down to skill. You can't out-skill teams sometimes, and the Thunder got out-skilled tonight. So, I mean, take that as you will, but the Thunder moving forward, they do have a bright future, I think, ahead of them. They're going to win some basketball games moving forward and into the playoffs. They're got now a 3-game losing streak, so Coach Dom's really going to be harping on the 2-game losing streak. So Coach Dom's going to really be harping on the boys to not let that continue.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we really just had star power from the jump, as you would say, with all the playmakers on Shawnee Mission South and the playmakers for the Thunder, and the Thunder just unfortunately could not come out with the win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a good game. Lots of positives, lots of negatives, lots of takeaways, but we're going to sign off for tonight. Please have a safe, faithful weekend, and good night. I'm Josh. Pleasure.